What up? What up? Y'all already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Now, a lot of people's talking about like, yo, where's the promo? Where's the promo to Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero? Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez? Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barbosa? Times Square, New York City. You know, Fatal Fury. Where's the commercial? There's no promo. There's no promo. It's only Teofimo Lopez putting sparring highlights and things of that nature. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to remember, there's no tickets that's up for sale. They're not selling tickets. The reason why you promote is to sell the event. They're not selling the event. You got to understand that Turkey Al Sheikh, some of his events is for his own entertainment purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like the potential Alcatraz event, right? Times Square event. There's no tickets to be sold. So why do you think there is no promo? They're not trying to sell. They're not trying to create a revenue. They're not trying to break records or set records. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So for the people out there that's saying like, yo, what's happening? There's no promo. There's no promo. They don't have to have a promo. As a matter of fact, we don't even know if Turkey Al Sheikh is going to go to the Times Square event because the next day he got the Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull out there in Riyadh season, out there in Saudi Arabia. So at the end of the day, for the people that's saying like, yo, what's happening? They're not selling the fight. They're not selling the fight. Ain't nobody selling the fight. There's no Ticketmaster. You can't get the tickets. It's up. They just giving seats for personal invites. And this is what I'm talking about with the Turkey Al Sheikh thing. That it's not for the sport. Everything is not for the sport of boxing. It's for his own entertainment purposes. Just like Canelo Alvarez versus Bud Crawford. That's not a great fight. That's a mismatch. That's what Turkey Al Sheikh wants, and he's willing to pay anything for it. You understand? I've been trying to tell y'all folks that he's using a lot of these things, these fighters and the sport of boxing like his playground, like a toy, like a sandbox. So for the people out there that's saying like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody's promoting. Why is nobody promoting? It's not for you. The event is really not for you. It's going to be, the only reason why it's going to be on pay-per-view and because, of course, the promoters want to get some money out of it, right? Golden Boy Promotion is one of the leading promoters of the card. Eddie Hearn is also a promoter of the card. I don't know who's Eddie Hearn promoting in that card, but he's a promoter in that card. So at the end of the day, that's the reason why there is not really no promo to the fight. There's going to be, I think, in fight week, there's going to be a promo out there, but it's not to sell the fight. So that's the difference between this event and other events. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, to be honest, how long is Turkey going to last in the sport of boxing. I know he's trying to partner up with Dana White, partner up with the new TKO boxing league and have his own ranking. And I think that when they came out with that, I think there's a lot of indirect pushback. You see Mauricio Sudamon that want to see David Benavidez and Bivol and vocal about the $8 million that was on the table for Bivol, and we seen the displeasure of Turkey Al Sheikh had if Bivol go out there and do business with PBC indirectly. He was trying to throw some shots like, yo, it's a threat. Like, don't go over there and then come running back to me. I gave you a lot of money to put in your pockets, to put in your account, and you was having baby mama problems too. You feel me? Yeah, at the end of the day, to be honest, I'm pessimistic about the longevity of Turkey Al Sheikh. I think he's doing good things in the sport of boxing, but he's also doing things that's just for him. You know what I'm saying? And for how long is it going to be that? At the end of the day, the boxing world want to see Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez, and I think that if he had all the money, that's the money that he should have put a bunch of money, for that fight and give the type of deals that Canelo Alvarez couldn't refuse, right? I think that a Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is going to be probably in a good event, but what does it do for the sport of boxing? I think it does nothing. I want to fighters like Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford is in a position to give young, hungry lions opportunity for passing of the torch fights, right? They're going to be a future Hall of Famer, and this is not going to enhance their legacy. I know they're going to try to push, Bud Crawford is going to go for 3 division undisputed world champion and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I would have rather see Bud Crawford versus Virgil Ortiz. Bud Crawford, we saw what Jerome Bruce Ennis just did this past weekend. Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. And then, of course, we didn't even have to see these interim fights of Jose Ramirez and Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. We just should have gone straight to the, Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney and put Rolly versus Jose Ramirez in the undercard, right? If there was a particular event where there's an arena and stuff like that. And Teofimo Lopez, I think this is a good fight. Arnold Barbosa did earn this fight, right? And then if he wins, and I believe that he's gonna beat Arnold Barbosa, of course. Then you get the Jerome Boots Ennis versus Teofimo Lopez, and their own event in the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? In New York City, I think that Boots Ennis got a lot of Philly fans. Teofimo Lopez, Brooklyn, New York. Or maybe Richardson Hitchens and Teofimo Lopez, Brooklyn versus Brooklyn. That would be a good fight as well. Yeah, at the end of the day, there's a lot of fight in the sport of boxing. I think the promoters is looking at Turkey Out Shake and be like, you know what? Are you trying to snatch the rug under our feet? Something like that. I think the Bell Federation is catching up. I think the promoters is catching up as well. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think, man. That's the reason why there's no promo for the people that keep on asking, where's the promo? Where's the promo? They might not be this type of traditional promo for this May 2nd card. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sell the tickets. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a pay-per-view, I believe. There's going to be $25. And even Teofimo Lopez said, on my channel the other day while we went live, he said that he's not getting a cut of the pay-per-view. So the fighters are probably getting a flat fee, and the promoters is getting the revenue for the pay-per-view. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Remember, July 11th, you got Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. You know what I'm saying? The trilogy, one of the most important fights in the history of the sport of boxing. I believe Amanda Serrano is going to beat Katie Taylor. Shout out to Alicia Baumgartner. Shout out to MVP, Most Valuable Promotion. Shout out to Nakisa. Shout out to Jordan. They're doing a wonderful thing for the sport of boxing. Y'all already know. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.